Jonathan, how you doing? I've got your work up, your bid for Denver. And I think it's a great choice, great location, and I think it would suit very well. I would recommend, though, that let's do this. If you go over to the information and research data gathering, and this is over here in this project one, let me jump that over here. Project one, phase one information research and data gathering. If you jump down to the bottom here, you kind of have this thing. And what I would like you to do is I'd like you to use this as an outline. Now, I think what you've done here is good. I think you've given a lot of your own ideas. Um, but what we need to do is we need to back up all of what you're saying with research. And how do we do that? And I think the most expeditious way and the best way to do that as a group working on this project, well, as a group working individually on these projects, in order for us to really kind of stay on the same page and follow each other, I'm recommending that everybody follow this right here as a kind of outline for your paper next week. All right, and basically, so you're going to use these as headlines. Stakeholder groups. Name the stakeholder groups, Jonathan. Tell us who they are. You've got things like International Olympic Committee, local governments, local advertisers, etc. And tell what the benefits are for them. Client goals and objectives. Now, you're the designer. You're working presumably for an organization that is interest is promoting the location for the 2022 Winter Olympics. So describe that. Also, products and or product or service knowledge, levels of communication and interference or potential opportunities. I just got done talking to another student about Denver and what could be a possible interference. Let me give you an example of what could be. Okay, marijuana is legal in Colorado. That could be an interference because right now the the economy in Colorado is doing pretty well. Colorado is making a lot of money from legal marijuana. And I think that might be a possible interference. I really do. I was talking to another student about the fact that Denver might just say, hey, we don't need Olympics. Because Olympics is quite possibly a losing proposition in many instances. So that would be something that you could be considered. And then go over here to this and then use this to kind of base your paper along with, like I said, use these bullet points as headlines. Write the paragraph based on research. Okay. Now, I know in a lot of your writing, you say different cultured people, and then you refer to kayaking, hiking, boarding, and skiing, and football, baseball, hockey, and food. I suppose there are food cultures and kayaking cultures, sure, but we're talking more here about the culture of the land, the people. So in a lot of Olympic graphics, they look at the culture of the ancient people or in the indigenous people of said location. In your case, would probably be some sort of Native American Indians. And we use that so you can look into that as using those cultures and those visual artifacts to assist you in developing a visual branding system for Denver as the host city for the Winter Olympics. Okay, so that's really important to understand. The culture of region isn't necessarily modern culture. Okay, research forms of communication. So that's what you're going to want to do that too. Tell us exactly what you're going to design. Everything from buildings to ticket signage, logos, architecture, bridges, banners, Olympic Village, transportation, trains, buses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So talk about that. And then create a plan of how these precedents might inspire your design solutions. So that's what I'm really interested in you ending your paper next week by saying, okay, this is what I have. I've researched, you show me all of this stuff here in bullet points as headlines. Okay, so after writing all of this stuff, you're gonna write me a couple of paragraphs on how you plan on using all that to move forward. Okay, and then include a mission statement that supports your future phases. So in other words, what comes next? What do you plan on working on next, and how do you plan on? What is your strategic plan of action approaching the rest of this project? Supposing that the bid gets accepted and then you're the designer for the project. Okay. Any questions at all? Feel free to let me know. Okay. Thanks. Good job.